The ranking that made no sense. The world just dropped a global ranking. Top countries for quality of life innovation, multicultural living, and when I saw the list, I paused, because all the usual names were there. The ultra-famous, the overhyped, the everyone talks about them countries. Everything looked normal. Until I noticed something that wasn't there, a country I had just lived in, a country that, based on my experience, should have been easily on that list. But it wasn't even mentioned. Not 20th, not 50th, not even close. And that's when something clicked in my head. Wait, is the world completely missing something? Or worse? Have we all been lied to without realizing it? So I decided to investigate, but what I discovered made me angry. And two, the perfect city I left behind 3 months earlier. I was living in a place everyone praises. Let's call it Neon City. You've heard of it. Clean, efficient, perfect. Everything runs on time. Everything works. It feels like the future. At first, I was impressed, but then reality started creeping in. Because behind all that perfection, there was a cost. And I don't just mean money, although, yes, everything cost way too much. I'm talking about something deeper, something harder to explain. The diversity felt staged, organized, like different cultures existed, but stayed in their own invisible boxes. Everything was polite, but not real. And that's when I made a decision. I need to see something different. So I packed my bags and moved to a new city. A city nobody was talking about. A city that wasn't trending. A city the rankings ignored. 3. The first week that changed everything the moment I landed in this new place. Let's call it Fusion City. Something felt off, but in a good way. Within my first week, I noticed something strange. People weren't just coexisting, they were mixing. Naturally, effortlessly. One guy ordering food switched between 3 languages. Mid-sentence, no hesitation, no thinking, just normal. Festivals, not separated, shared, celebrated by everyone. Food, blended cultures on a single plate. And suddenly I realized, wait, this is what real multiculturalism looks like. Not forced, not managed, not designed for global rankings, but lived every single day. So here's the question. If this place does diversity better than the countries getting praise, why is nobody talking about it? The 4, the moment everything got personal. Then something happened. I got sick, not ideal, especially in a new country. So I went to a hospital, and I was expecting stress, confusion, high costs. Instead, I walked into what looked like a luxury hotel. Clean, modern, advanced. I saw a specialist almost immediately, got tested, diagnosed, treated, efficient, professional, world class. And then came the bill. I braced myself, looked down, and froze, because the total cost was less than what I would have paid just to walk into a clinic back home. That's when it hit me. This isn't just good. This is insane. Same level of care, better experience, a fraction of the cost. So now I'm thinking, if this country delivers world-class healthcare this cheaply, why isn't it leading every global ranking? 5. The train system that made no sense next. I tested the transport, because everyone knows the best systems are always in the same famous cities. So I expected something average, maybe decent, but nothing crazy. Then I stepped into the metro. Cold air, clean platforms, modern design, digital screens everywhere. The train arrived, exactly on time, smooth ride, quiet, efficient. And here's the wild part. I crossed the entire city for the price of a snack. I literally checked twice to make sure it was correct. So now I'm thinking again. If this system is this good and this affordable, why isn't it world famous? 6. The invisible technology everyone uses. Then I started noticing something subtle. At first, I didn't even realize it. Everything was connected. Ordering food, tap your phone. Paying for transport, tap your phone. Government services, on your phone. Even small street vendors, same system. No friction, no delays, just seamless. And here's the scary part. People here didn't even think it was special. It was just normal life. Meanwhile, countries that get labeled tech leaders don't even integrate this smoothly. So now the question got bigger. How is this place so advanced without anyone calling it advanced? 7. The midnight test. One night, I decided to test something. I went out late, really late, walked through the city, alone. No stress, no tension, no constant checking over my shoulder. The vibe, calm, relaxed, people just living. And it wasn't because of heavy enforcement. It felt natural, like the safety came from the people themselves. Which made me realize, what if safety isn't about strict control, but about how a society actually functions? It's 8. The food that should be illegal. Then came the biggest surprise. Food. I've traveled. I've eaten in places known worldwide. But this was different. Street stalls serving dishes that tasted like fine dining, complex flavors, layers of culture in every bite. And here's the part that broke my brain. You could eat like this, every day, without going broke. Meanwhile, in top food countries, you pay premium prices for less variety. So now I'm asking, if the food here is this good and this accessible, why isn't it dominating global food rankings? 9. The real truth about quality of life. Then everything connected, all of it, healthcare, transport, food, safety, technology. And I realized something powerful. Most rankings focus on how good something is, but they ignore how accessible it is. Because what's the point of world-class living if only a small percentage can afford it? In this place, regular people live well, not just survive, actually live. And that's when I asked the biggest question of all. What if the world isn't measuring quality of life correctly? 10. The pattern no one talks about. At this point, I couldn't ignore it anymore. This country, let's call it Aurora Nation, was doing everything at a high level, not just one thing, everything. But that's exactly why it gets ignored, because it doesn't dominate headlines in one category, it quietly excels in all of them. And the world doesn't know how to rank that. 11. The biggest problem isn't the world, but then I noticed something else. Something even more surprising. The people living here didn't fully realize what they had. And they kept comparing themselves to richer countries, more famous countries, more recognized countries, and slowly, they started believing they were behind, even when reality showed otherwise. So let me say this clearly. From an outsider's perspective, this place isn't catching up. It already arrived. 12. The wake-up call. You have real multicultural living, not staged high-level infrastructure without insane costs. Healthcare people travel across the world for digital systems that just work safety, built on community food culture that rivals anywhere, and most importantly, you made it accessible. That's rare. That's powerful. That's overlooked. The question that changes everything. So here's where we are. The world didn't include this country, ignored it, skipped it, underrated it. But now you've seen the reality. And so the real question is, what happens when the world finally notices? Will everything change? Will the prices rise? Will the secret disappear? Or will people here recognize their own value first? If this made you rethink everything you thought you knew, hit subscribe, because I'm not done exposing what the world keeps missing. Drop a comment. What do you think this country deserves more credit for? And share this with someone who still thinks top rankings tell the full story, because clearly, they don't.